Live picture this morning over the University of Texas. Traffic in this part of town is about to get really congested and last for at least the next 48 hours. That's because today is the start of Moooov-In at the 40 acres. That means thousands of people going in and out of the area. Our Sophia Beausoleil is live at UT with a preview of all the excitement this morning. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Kate. When you say thousands, I mean literally thousands. 7,400 students will call the 40 acres home. And it's a big deal because, you know, a lot of parents get to take their kids to college and get them all nestled in for the semester. And this morning we have Jose Becerra. He is with the University Residence Hall Association. He is one of the vice presidents. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So what exactly are y'all doing to help with this big transition when it comes to moving so many people around?
Well, the University Residence Hall Association just finished up Leadership Week. At the end of Leadership Week, we actually trained some of the Moooov-In volunteers. So we're going to see those people out here in the pink shirts helping everybody move around, and it's just going to be a great coordination of moving people in and getting people out so we can do this quickly and efficiently.
Yeah, there's about 400 of y'all?
Yes, 400 volunteers, staff and students.
Wow, that's a lot of people. So for you, Jose is a junior, but he's really a senior because he took all those AP courses in high school.
Yeah.
But what is your wisdom? What is your advice to all these new freshmen coming in?
Well, definitely stay on top of your classes because that's a huge thing. In regards to living on campus, really get to know the people that you're living around. You're going to be in a community. This is going to be your home for the next year. And really, if you get to know the people, it will make the living experience all that much better. I know I had such a great experience in my few years that I stayed living on campus. This is actually my third year on campus because I loved it so much.
Well, perfect. Great words of wisdom. And Jose, thank you so much for waking up so early and enjoy your day of getting all those students in. And you know what? Coming up in 30 minutes, we're going to hear from University Police on what they have to say when it comes to the new students and safety, a big question that a lot of people have, especially when they're dropping off their kids for the first day of college. You know, there's so many students, 7,000, more than that, 7,400 kids that will be coming here to call the 40 acres home. And you know what that means? Security, and how exactly will they stay safe? And this morning we have UTPD with us, Lieutenant Chris Bonnet. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
What is your first advice to students who are coming from not only all over Texas, but all over the country and the world when it comes to safety?
Okay, well, the first thing to remember is that, you know, Austin is a big city. We're an incredibly safe city, and particularly so on campus, but there's still, you know, the basics of, you know, for instance, take, lock, and hide when you leave your car. You know, take your keys, lock your car, and hide your valuables that are in your car. If you leave your apartment or your dorm, even for a minute, lock the door. That's why you're issued a key. And I know sometimes the students like to leave their, you know, their doors unlocked to make it, you know, easier for their friends to access, but that makes it easier for everybody else to access also. Just simple things, lock things up. Never forget about security. A common thing is that students will leave their property unattended, especially at the libraries. They're running to you know, make a phone call or whatever, and they'll leave their laptop or their other property. And our advice is always just treat your property as though it were cash. And if you wouldn't leave cash laying around, then don't leave your computer.
That's great advice for everyone, whether you're a student or not.
Yes.
And finally, I know y'all are working on some initiatives, not only for students, but just this whole area when it comes to the Guadalupe area. What exactly are y'all doing?
Yes, ma'am. As part of our Guadalupe initiative, at UTPD, we strive to be visible and approachable, and particularly so on the Guadalupe area with the initiation of our bike team, which is 4 officers dedicated to pretty much the Guadalupe area. Just building partnerships over there with the stakeholders on the area west of campus to, like I say, just be visible, let the students know and the community know that we're out there and, you know, handling the safety issues that may come up and working in partnership with Austin Police Department over there.
Well, perfect. Thank you so much for spending your time with us early this morning. We appreciate it. I know a lot of those parents appreciate that as well. And coming up in 30 minutes, we're going to have another update about the Moooov-In and all the students that are going to be here. We're going to talk to students themselves as well as folks with UT who are helping put this huge process together so that everybody moves in smoothly. Students from 46 different states, 51 countries, and 6 continents. They're literally coming from all over the place, and they're going to call the 40 acres home. And this morning we have Elizabeth Vigant. She is a 3rd year. She is the president with the UT Residence Hall Association. What exactly are y'all doing to make sure that students feel at home?
Well, the University Residence Hall Association is responsible for trying to improve life in the residence halls. We do that in a number of ways. We help build community, we help emerging leaders grow, and we try to connect residents with resources on campus. And this morning, the biggest resource that we can possibly be is volunteers to help everybody move in today. So like you said, we have 7,400 students moving in over the course of this weekend, and that is a lot of people to help get moved in, carrying things upstairs, even finding the right residence halls. So a lot of our RHC members are going to be helping, on the ground lines, helping everybody move in. Myself and some of my fellow execs are going to be helping coordinate volunteer efforts just to make sure that anybody who needs help knows where they need to go and knows what they need to do.
Well, and you're a student too, so what is your advice to the incoming class of 2019?
Don't try and carry too much stuff at once. It is not going to work, and it's 10 times better to take that one extra load just so that you don't carry something and have to come back for it.
That's perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck with the big move-in, and we're going to continue talking about it here in 30 minutes. And this morning we have Madeline Flores. She's a third-year student, and she is a resident assistant, also known as an RA. So this is exciting for you because you are a student as well, but you're kind of taking all these other kids under your wing, right?
Yeah.
So what exactly are you doing to make sure that they feel welcome?
So we want to engineer a community with programs, Longhorn Welcome, and be able to be their home away from home. And if they have any questions, need resources, we're the one that they can go to.
You've gone through this experience before. What's your advice to all the new freshmen?
To go for it. Whenever you're in class, initiate that conversation. Sit next to someone you don't know and just say hi. And you'll have a lasting relationship. You'll have someone you can study with, and you'll meet so many more people and have an amazing experience.
I know today and through the weekend it's quite the ordeal, so many people coming into town and moving. For you personally, when you went through this process, was there anything that was frustrating, trying to get a grasp on so much that's going on at one time?
Honestly, no. It was such an exciting experience. Meeting my RA, meeting the hall coordinators, seeing where I was going to live for the next 4 years. It was such an exciting experience that anything that went wrong, I'm sure it was really hot. I'm sure we lost some things, but I completely forgot because it was just, I was excited and I couldn't forget that.
Well, great. Thank you so much, Madeline, and have fun with all the new students. Class of 2019
is live on campus this morning with the latest. You seen anybody moving in yet?
Hi, good morning, Kate. The position that we are at right now, we can't see them, but literally, if we were to walk down the street, there are tons of parents and students getting all their bedroom items from home to here to call this place where they'll be living for the next couple of years. And you know what? We have somebody really cool this morning. We have Moooov-In. He is the Vice President of Student Government. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thanks for having me.
So what is your biggest advice when it comes to how to get acclimated here at the big campus of UT?
Sure, yeah. So we have 51,000 students here at UT, and that can get a little overwhelming when you walk around campus and there's so many people and you don't know what to do when you're new here, especially for freshmen and first-year students. And so my biggest piece of advice would be to join clubs and organizations that you're interested in. Find out what your niche is and definitely sort of sculpt what you want to be in there. And that's sort of how Moooov-In and Longhorn Welcome in general helps. It's sort of introducing people to this community where they can sort of find friends and they can find out what the culture at UT in Austin is.
Yeah, because that's a big deal. I mean, you're coming from so many different backgrounds,
right,
and trying to find, what makes you you. Now, when it comes to student government, are y'all doing anything when it comes to helping out the freshmen and getting them integrated in the system?
We are, yes. So student government, we have our own information session to help out students on learning how to join student government, how they can get involved at the university. We are helping out with events like Gone to Texas, which is sort of a back to school bash the night before school starts, where the president speaks and we have a lot of videos, and Xavier and I will be speaking at that event where we sort of help out the students and introduce them to the university.
Very cool. That must be exciting. You get to speak at that, right?
Definitely nerve-wracking, but it should be fun.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Rohit. I appreciate your time. And have a great school year.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And you know what? To learn more information about the Moooov-In, go to our website, kxan.com. Reporting live from the University of Texas, Sophia Beausoleil, KXAN News.